Hi everyone, today I'm here with John Cook. This is Mueez, the founder of Pulsetter, and this is going to be a client success interview. So let's start off with John. Can you introduce yourself and tell us a little more about your business, how long you've been in business, and a little bit more about your robotic services?
Yeah, of course. So my name is John Cook, and I'm the business development manager for Contoro Robotics here in Austin, Texas. And we are a startup. We started in February of 2021. So we've been in business roughly 2 years. And we offer a robot as a service that can enter a floor-loaded trailer and offload individual cases of freight autonomously without human intervention.
Got it. And let's move here in terms of your lead generation and business development. So what were you doing before you actually partnered with Pulsetter, and what sort of business development strategies were you using and lead generation strategies?
Yeah, so I was using a platform called Data Axle or Sales Genie, which allowed me to kind of search for leads in our space. And then I was able to kind of send some blast emails and try to get some traction through cold calling using that platform.
Got it. And what were the problems you were trying to solve at that moment in time?
Just basically trying to get leads and trying to get introductions into customers that we ultimately believe would use our service.
Got it. And were there any sort of frustrations at that moment with the tools you were using and the sort of efforts you were getting from your contributions of lead generation?
Yeah, so for me, I'm relatively inexperienced in the lead generation game. That's not what I was formally trained on. I don't have much experience in industry in that area. So I think looking back, I was too wordy with my introductions, and I've learned with working with you on how to kind of correct some of that behavior. And I also learned by partnering with you that some of the words that I were including in the body of my email was causing my emails to go directly into spam and directly into trash. So a lot of my emails fell seemingly on deaf
For
eyes.
sure.
um, and just not gaining the traction. I wasn't tailoring my messages to different levels of the organization. I was kind of using one again long-winded email with a bunch of garbage in there that was causing my emails to filter in and not even be read.
That makes sense. And after you actually had some experience working with us, what sort of results did you achieve with our services?
Yeah, so you're able to give me additional leads in the space. So, when we met and identified our target customer, I think you were very receptive because we are relatively niche and we are pretty narrow in whom we service. So it's not just warehouses, but it's warehouses that have to receive floor-loaded freight. So we're kind of a subset of a subset, and just working with you has been you're really accommodating. You listen to our challenges and you understand them quite well, so you're able to generate and give us leads, and pass those off to us for us to then incubate and manage as we see fit.
Got it. And what areas of your business do you think has improved, and by how much in terms of the ROI that we provided with our service to you guys?
I think our ability to just network in the space and to find potential leads and leads of leads, and to again be able to network, because also we were using, and we still do, LinkedIn and some of those other platforms to try to gain some traction and some credibility for our business. So I think we've gained some leads. I think we've also gained some maturity, and I think we've also gained um, some legitimacy with folks in the space through using you
For
guys.
sure. For sure. Do you understand we actually helped you get closer to service market fit and understand your and validate your messaging and offer to the market directly?
Yeah, so when we kind of looked at our your penetration and how you're able to get introductions and get into get your foot into the door per se, it does resonate with our leadership that um the number of emails that you're sending and the number of responses that you're getting, it does bolster our position that we do have a service fit and that we do have some credibility and some we've got some potential here with our use case. So
For
I
sure.
think that that's helped to
Um,
kind of bolster that a bit.
for sure. I'm glad to hear that, John. And if we go back to the timeline where we actually had our first point of contact, what actually piqued your interest in working with us and deciding to pull the trigger and working with Pulsetter?
Yeah, so I gravitate towards like the scrappy, the I'll work hard for you. I felt very comfortable working with you because you are a flat organization and I can get a hold of you very quickly. I don't have to go through some automated IVR system to get a hold of you. You're very quick with email responses and text messages and setting up meetings. So you're very approachable, which I value. And then you're also, very uh, mobile, I guess. Like you're very able to adapt and you take some data and then you tweak the solution and then you continue to evolve it. So I just think your agility was really desirable to me. And then, your willingness to work hard and to entertain different models of compensation and models of business were really desirable to me when we first started working many months
Appreciate
ago
it.
together.
Appreciate it. Thank you, John, for that. And how likely would you be to recommend us to other B2B businesses and for someone that's listening to this to take action and work with us essentially?
Yeah, I'd recommend you wholeheartedly. I wouldn't have any reservations about doing that.
Thank you so much, John. And it was a pleasure talking with you. And this is it for the client success interview. And for anyone listening, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you. Thank you for working so diligently for us, and we look forward to continuing that process to gain some additional traction and leads in the space. So thank you.